Veal Parm. So this is my tribute to Mamma Leone. So they use Mamma's marinara for this recipe. So for every pot of sauce that will make up to 8 cutlets, these are giant, we're just gonna make 4 today, but up to 8 small cutlets, and you get the veal cut from the leg and pound it very thin. Of course, you can make this with chicken too if your preference is not veal. You can make it with anything, any lean meat, right? You pound it nice and thin, and I season with salt and white pepper on both sides. So the sauce is just a couple of cloves of crushed or chopped garlic in butter and olive oil, equal amounts, and Mama always put in anchovies into her marinara. I use 4. We stir that around until it completely melts. You see, it's just gone. I didn't chop it. I did nothing to it. All I did was stir it. Now we're going to add a little oregano, good fat pinch. About 1.5 teaspoons is what I put in. Then we're going to add a little tomato paste, a couple of good squirts. So give it a stir, and when you can really smell it, then you can add whatever else you're going to dump into the pot. In this case, it's just 28 ounces of our tomato sauce. Crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes. You can open whole tomatoes and crush them in your hand. Who cares? You throw it in the pot, and then you add a little parsley, and that's it. That's the marinara. So I melted some butter here, and I'm throwing in a handful of chive. And the pot is still warm. I'm just gonna leave it on the stove. It's not overheat anymore. Melt the butter, add the chive, let it set there. I'm gonna show you how to make the veal, but we have some already breaded and chilled. I like to chill it up just a couple minutes before I get it in the pan. It just stands up better to cooking. So, and the breadcrumbs tend to stick to the veal better. But come on down and I'll show you how we did this. So as I said, we have veal cutlets taken from the leg, seasoned with salt and white pepper on both sides. Then it goes through seasoned flour, and we shake off the excess. Then it goes into a little egg wash. The breadcrumb, I buy toasted Italian breadcrumbs, or you can lightly toast plain breadcrumbs from your grocery store. And I add lots of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese and a little dry parsley to the breadcrumb itself. We turn the veal, and I always try and keep one hand dry in case the phone rings or whatever. And then you transfer it, right? Now, once you get cooking, you need another transfer platter, right? Because these guys, look at that, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So you take a little puddle of sauce, right? Take one of the guys that's already been drained. Okay. You put it in the puddle of sauce. We take a prosciutto di Parma and kind of ribbon it right there, okay? Then you take the chive butter and you spoon the chive butter. And then this is fontina valdosta. I'm going to put this down over that. Now, they used fontina at the restaurant, but most people prefer mozzarella. So how do I make everybody happy? I put another drizzle of sauce, and I add mozzarella! And a little bit of Parm. What the heck? And then we pop it in the oven to melt it. Our Veal Parmigiana with the ham, the chive butter, and the cheese. And then you twist some pasta and pop it on top. Tiny bit more marinara. And then your final flourish. Drop the mic.